Sometimes you meet a family and everything looks hunky-dory.
Mum, there's the man.
But even with a beautiful family comes challenges.
When you are at home with 3 kids and you don't have a lot of your own space because you're basically a human climbing gym, having some place to escape to would be lovely.
I know what would be lovely, a new house.
Can you imagine yourself AFL Grand Final here?
It's what I would call a grown-up bedroom.
Or maybe everything they need is right under their feet.
Oh, wow. No, this is changing things, isn't it?
Yeah.
The big question is, Neil, are you going to love it or are you going to list it?
Queensland. Beautiful one day, raining the next. Of course, Mr. Winter would never admit that. Always banging on about the sunshine. This should keep him quiet.
Listen, on my application form to move here, they never said they had days like this. This weather's going to play havoc with your hairdo.
Beautiful thing about my hair is I can just pop it in the dryer.
Your hair. Singular. Did you know, true fact here, that nearly a third of all Brisbane residents were born overseas?
Really? Well, that's you and me, Andrew.
When did you come over here?
Oh, 19 years ago, at the turn of the last century.
19 years ago. Gosh.
Yeah.
What, around the time you were celebrating your 50th?
Oh, the old ones are always the best.
They're always the best.
Neil and I certainly aren't alone. Filipino-born John, a financial advisor, and Canadian project manager Georgia also found happiness here 12 years ago when they met in the kitchen, where Neil usually hangs out at a party.
You know, there was a right turn and a left turn, and I saw the corner of my eye this gorgeous blonde, and I turned left and went, oh, I might just need to divert to the kitchen a little bit just to check this out.
And that left turn led to love, marriage, a 4-bedroom Queenslander in the sought-after Brisbane suburb of Corinda, and this.
No. All right, no.
It's nap time. Oh, yes, yes.
Ah, the familiar mayhem of 3 kids.
Not something I'm familiar with.
No one likes a show-off, Neil.
The intention was always initially to have 2 kids. However, we were blessed with twin boys last year, so we suddenly became a family of 3 very quickly. So we have 3 under 3, and we kind of outgrew our house as soon as we brought the boys home from the hospital. So I'd like to list this house because I think we're already at its maximum growth potential. When you are at home with 3 kids and you don't have a lot of your own space because you're basically a human climbing gym, having some place to escape to would be lovely, and not having to share a bathroom with 3 children would be a really nice thing to have. There is no backyard. It's all pool. And as lovely as a pool is...
But what a pool.
And it's a lovely pool. But if you're home all day with 3 kids, they need to get out and about, and they need to burn off energy. And the only way for us to do that is to actually leave the house.
The pool is underestimated from your standpoint. I think the kids already love the pool. You know, you can wear them out. Wearing boys out is the #1 goal, especially when you've got multiple. So if you didn't have a pool, you'd be in the car, driving them to the local pool.
I would rather have a yard than a pool. I'd rather have a mower man than a pool boy.
Well, we've got 2 boys for that.
You holding on, sweetheart? We do live in a very hilly part of Corinda. And
Elevated.
You say elevated, I say hilly. There we go. Pushing a pram with twins and a toddler on it up a big hill is quite a challenge and quite a disincentive to just get out and walk. We're almost there. Almost there.
And you don't see John pushing that pram up the hill.
He's too busy with his calculator.
My analytical view on the investment that we made, and I do look at it as an investment, it's got massive potential. We've got seclusion, the leafiness, the greenery gives it appeal that we've already got. So why look elsewhere when we've already got it? To move and all the added transaction costs, And the hassle of moving in itself creates some mental barriers for me.
I'm not disagreeing with our initial purchase. I think we made it a great initial purchase as a first home. I just think we're ready for our forever home, which isn't this home.
Being an investment property geek myself, I do understand why John's keen to renovate and stay. But I also have 3 children and know very well the practicalities of having a growing family. Despite the weather, I'm feeling very sunny about this one.
All right.
I go left
all right.
if I were you.
All right. Hold on tight.
All right, hold on tight. Oh, bloody. Oh. Oh.
Now I'll go in and hit the gate.
Hit the post, the house collapses, everyone dies.
Well, now you're being dramatic.
Put your brake on, I'll do your brake, put it in park.
Pretty house.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh, look at this, Neil. This is beautiful.
Very, very pretty.
These unusual doorbells. Oh. Goes with the house, though, doesn't it, that sort of bell?
Hello.
Here they are.
Hello, Georgia and John.
Hello,
Hi,
you
how
two.
you going?
Nice to meet you. This is the bit where we ask you to leave your property so that Neil and I can go in and have a look.
Brilliant. Well, the kids are being looked after by Grandpa and Nana, so we might go for breakfast.
All right, you enjoy.
Okay.
After you, Neil. You sure the kids aren't
you
still in
later.
there?
No.
Bye.
The floor plan for this typical little Queenslander is simple. 4 tiny bedrooms at the front, with a much later add-on kitchen, dining, living, bathroom and deck at the rear.
What do we have, Neil?
Pretty little kids' room.
Okay.
Sweet.
What's this? Oh,
Very tight.
wonder if this is the master bedroom.
I think it could be.
If it is, it isn't big. Beautiful room,
Beautiful.
of course.
But Andrew, it's a doll's house. Another kid's room.
And another kid's room here, so that clearly is the master at the front, then. This is the 4 original little rooms of the Queenslander, isn't it? Brings us out to... Nice, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
4 little rooms there. That must be the only bathrooms.
Yeah. I'm going
I'll
to take
meet-
a look out here.
I'll meet you at the back there in
Okay.
a minute. So, full bathroom, laundry, powder room. So it's only a 1.5 bath, no ensuite. Wow, look at this.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's tranquil, peaceful, private, secluded,
In a great street, in a great suburb.
but everywhere you turn, there are kids' toys under your feet.
That's because the house is small.
Yep, I agree. You can't turn round in this house without bumping in to children's toys.
Yeah.
It's a little slice of paradise, but not big enough for 5.
No.
What Mr. Winter's forgetting is that Queenslanders are built off the ground. And just sometimes, the love-it gods shine down on me with the perfectly prepared, ready-to-reno, all-important space.
Here's my solution.
Oh my goodness, the ceiling height's fantastic. The steels are in.
Yep. I can double the footprint of the house down here.
Do I look worried?
Yes, a little.
Well, I'm not. And I'm not going to tell you why.
Really?
No, I'm not.
This is fantastic.
No, it's not.
The house is valued at $830,000, which is slightly under the area average.
Andrew and I are both in agreement.
It's rare.
It is rare, but we both agree that you have a beautiful house.
I love it for all the things that it is and what it could be.
Yeah, no, I'm listening. We're moving.
I love your attitude, John. This is good.
What would make you stay here?
I would want downstairs built in, at least 2 bedrooms, a second living space, and another bathroom downstairs. And I want a master suite. I want that grown-up adult space. I want that escape place. I want that place that's just mine. And I also don't think we need a pool.
Now,
Said no one ever in Queensland.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy.
I do believe that the solution is right here under this beautiful roof, but it all hinges on your budget for reno as well.
At the moment, we're thinking 180,000.
Yes.
okay,
you hear
yes, yes, it's a big budget. Yes, I
That's
realise
a
that.
good budget.
With 180 grand in the pot, I'm confident I can give John and Georgia 2 more bedrooms, a bigger master with an ensuite, and extra living space downstairs. I'm not sure I can fill in the pool, but with the new layout, there'll be plenty of space for this family of 5.
I'm still not worried, even with that high budget, because even if you completely build in downstairs, this house does not function for a family with young children. The 2-level split's not right. You're not going to have 3 kids and mum and dad all on the same level. And that's fine when they're teenagers, but when they're growing up between 1 and 12, you kind of want to all be on the same level with your kids. So that isn't going to work, Neil.
Not so sure there, Mr.
We're
Winter.
moving, don't
Not
worry.
so sure.
Now, if you were to move, how much do you want to spend and where and what are you looking for?
I think we slightly differ when it comes to the budget.
Oh, really?
I think if we're going to get everything we want and we don't want to be moving again, I think if we want to end up in the suburbs of Graceville, Chalmer, Indooroopilly...
Oh, hang on. You're moving up the railway line then towards the city?
Yes.
Which gets more and more exclusive as we go.
Yes. So I think we're going to have to spend around 1.5 million.
That's fine.
What I'd like is 1.2 to 1.3.
Can we go back down the train line? So, for the rather ambiguous budget of 1.2 to 1.5 million, I have to find a forever home for this growing family. They'll need at least 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, preferably an ensuite, and ideally going up the train track and not down it. I think we'll definitely be getting a departure with this one. We've got plenty of choice. We'll get out there and have a look and see what houses you're going to find while Neil builds in underneath, getting it ready for the market. For somebody with teenagers. Yes.
Okay.
I think it'll be a
I can
perfect
feel there's a
team.
bond here with you and Georgia.
I like this lady. You know what? This house will still not fit this family's demographic.
But Andrew, Georgia's very unemotional about the house. It's all about ticking boxes. And I reckon if I can tick the right boxes, she'll stay.
You keep thinking that. In the meantime, we have to decide, do you have an umbrella or are we going to make a run for it?
We're going to make a run for it.
When John and Georgia bought their house 4 years ago, they were young, free and childless, but not anymore. Now they're faced with the challenges of living in a small house with a big family.
Living in this house on a day-to-day basis with small children is definitely challenging. There's not a lot of space for us to go to. And I want to have some space of my own.
But while Georgia feels this house is an uphill struggle, John thinks they can turn a good investment into a home for the future.
Financially, it works out to do a renovation and stay here. All it needs is a little bit of Neil's magic.
I'm good, but I'm no magician. But with a healthy budget of $180,000 and a huge unused space under their Queenslander, I'm hoping I can pull a rabbit out of my hat. So guys, what I want to do with this renovation is change the doll's house into a grown-up's house.
Yes.
To use your phrase, Georgia.
Okay.
And the only way we're going to do that is to start up here and then go down. Okay? So starting with your bedroom. First up, we'll get rid of that pesky door and replace it with a functional sliding barn door. And to give Georgia the upgrade she craves, we'll knock through to the existing 4th bedroom to create an internal staircase and a walk-in robe. An ensuite will lead from there, utilising a small section of the veranda.
Oh, wow. So we get an ensuite.
You're getting an ensuite. You're finally getting an ensuite. You're finally getting walk-in robes. But in order to do that, I'm taking the space from this bedroom.
Happy?
We're losing a bit of storage up here, so if we can convince me that there's going to be storage elsewhere, then I'll...
Georgia, stick with me.
Okay,
Stick with me.
Stick with me.
Storage is to come.
Okay.
What you're getting up here is the master suite that you've always wanted. OK, you're losing this bedroom, which might sound counterintuitive, but where you've got the wardrobes there, that is now going to be the staircase, OK?
Okay.
We're creating a new internal staircase, which will lead to another living area or rumpus room, a much-needed extra bathroom, a new and improved 4th bedroom, and a small study/5th bedroom. And last, but by no means least, a storage room for this growing family.
This is a massive rumpus room.
Wow.
Winning plan. Winning
You basically have
All
just
right, I'm a little bit
doubled.
excited. I'm a little bit excited.
You have just doubled the footprint of your house.
We have.
And heaps of storage.
Yeah, no, that's good. So storage is important. We don't have a lot of it at the moment, so wherever we can fit stuff in, that's great.
This is hopefully ticking a lot of those
It does.
boxes
It does.
that were on your priority list.
It does give us a lot of future flexibility, I think, is what you're giving us, which is lovely. So thank you for that.
This enable to, sort of convince Georgia is perfect.
Do you think this might be pulling you just slightly across to Team Love It?
I think it's slightly pulling me across to Team Love It, but I definitely see resale value in that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hang on.
I can hear Andrew talking. Andrew has got inside you already.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's what I like to hear. I think you'll find it hard to win this one, Mr. Wataka, especially when John and Georgia find out where I'm taking them first.
Any ideas where we might be going for your first one?
Starting to look a little bit familiar.
We're actually on our way to Indrapilli.
Oh, well, we know that area really well, don't we?
We do.
Is that a good start?
Yeah, it's well up the train line as we were talking about.
OK, well, hopefully, John, you'll be as excited to see the house as you will be the area.
I'm ready to be wowed, Andrew.
OK.
I can't wait.
Located over the river and just 6 train stops from Brisbane Central, Indrapilli is a thriving area with fantastic amenities. This architecturally designed house has 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms spread over 3 levels. There's a pool and a backyard. Being closer to the city, the dollar value goes up with an annual growth rate of 8.6%.
I like this path. This is nice.
What do you think of this?
This is really nice.
Beautiful.
Now, we've got a pool.
I can see a pool through there.
We have got a backyard for the kids.
Okay.
And you can see it's just beautiful. We've got a grander, bigger, let's be honest, bit classier house.
This kitchen it has a range shed.
Yes,
We
look at
don't have a
all the
range shed.
fittings. And there's a butler's pantry, and then that leads down to the laundry and the garage.
You know what I noticed? Lots of stairs.
Yes, perfect for keeping fit. And can you just imagine it on a beautiful day with all these doors open and the family here?
Yeah. No, it's lovely.
You can imagine it, can't you?
I can imagine.
And sadly, I think John can too. Sorry, John.
This open-plan home has a generous entertaining deck, a smart study, and the grown-up master suite that Georgia is so desperate for. With 3 other bedrooms, we're good for numbers. But I've got to confess, they're not all on the same level.
So there is 4 in total if you include downstairs, but I was thinking if you needed 3 kids all on one level with their own rooms, you could partition off this space here for a few years while your kids were younger. So you'd have all your 3 kids together on this floor by mum and dad.
Yeah, I mean, that's an extra challenge and something that we'd have to convert to. So there's the compromise. Neil's going to create a 5th bedroom for us.
Let's just remind me, now in Neil's design, how many bedrooms are all going to be on the same level as you?
3.
Yes, exactly. So your kids will be split up. I can get you all the kids, while they're little, on the same level as you.
We can create something, I'm sure. Neil's going to work his magic.
You've got to hand it to John, he's as loyal as they come. And something tells me the bedroom configuration is going to be a stumbling block with this one.
You're taking your time.
Lots to see.
Lots to see. So I'm sure you want to talk facts and figures now. What do you think the value is?
I'd probably say 1.3-ish.
How about you, Georgia?
I think because of its area, it might be more like 1.35, 1.36.
The owners are looking for around 1.5, but it hasn't sold, so your guide could be pretty correct.
It is a bit inhibited given that, Neil's going to give us a 5th bedroom, so that's a big hurdle for me to think about, really.
I'd like to see something with a 5th bedroom or larger bedrooms.
OK, so up the square metres on the bedrooms.
Yeah.
And then all this again,
Yes, please.
including a top location.
That would be great.
At a reasonable pricing.
Yes, please.
OK.
It's clear John and Georgia won't settle for anything short of perfect. I'll have to wow them with the next place.
John and Georgia's charming Queenslander was very pretty and quaint, but it just wasn't big enough for a family of 5. That's all changing as we're using the area under their house to give them the space they so badly need. And along with downstairs for the kids, we're giving Georgia the bedroom that all mothers of 3 under 3 deserve.
Hi, Louisa.
Hi, Neil.
What a hive of activity
I
in
know.
this lovely old house.
It's crazy. All hands on deck today.
So bring me up to speed. What's been happening?
Well, we've opened up the new doorway. That'll be the barn door. We're going to close in this old doorway.
Yep.
So we've got somewhere to put the bed. And we've opened up this gorgeous space to reveal the walk-in robe that George has always wanted,
Beautiful.
and an ensuite.
This is a big reno. And by going downstairs, we've added 75 square metres to this family home.
Hi.
Hi.
Neil,
It is
amazing.
pretty busy in here today, as you can see.
It is.
Done a lot of work in that short amount of time.
We've come a long way since we last stood in this spot. So what do you think?
I like that these doors have carried down from upstairs, and I like the windows out here.
And I think you're going to have a surprising amount of light down here, because don't forget you're going to have light coming through from upstairs too, because look, we're creating the stairwell. So you're going to have light flooding in from upstairs as well.
There's nothing worse than like a dark, dingy
Dungeon.
space.
No, we're not,
Dungeony.
it's not going to be a dungeon.
I sometimes want to put my kids in the dungeon, but I don't need a dungeon.
This house will be anything but a dungeon. The new layout is just what John, Georgia and the kids need.
Wow. Oh, wow. Neil's right, though. It is going to let in a lot of light. There's a
especially with
massive
that
big window up there, which is lovely. No, this is changing things, isn't it?
Yeah. Starting to look good, isn't it?
And I've left the best till last, a grown-up sanctuary. A bit of R&R for this busy mum.
Oh, wow.
There's your bedroom, honey.
Look at the walk-in robe. Look at the size of it. It's massive.
Absolutely massive.
This is great. That's a good-sized wardrobe.
I won't have to get dressed in the hallway anymore.
This is great.
And this is the ensuite, yeah?
Oh, wow.
It's going to be huge too.
We have a grown-up's bedroom.
We do.
Isn't that lovely? I'm really excited about the new space that's being created. Super looking forward to having my own grown-up bedroom.
I think Andrew's going to have a pretty big alternative for us to consider, because at the moment I can't really think about anything else other than this house.
Do you want some strawberries? Do you want some strawberries?
When you've got 3 young kids, you need all the help you can get.
Let's push him down.
And luckily for John and Georgia, her parents live just 10 minutes away.
And their support is just immeasurable and priceless, and we would have really struggled through last year with the twins without my parents.
So, after coming up short with the first house, I've decided on a different tactic.
Look, I've got to admit that I've not only found, well, as you'll see, an amazing home, but I've also gone for the same suburb as grandparents. We're off to Graceville.
Great. That will make John happy.
There's such a thing as being too close to the grandparents, maybe.
Oh, I think that's
In-laws.
I think that's very rude.
Not only is Graceville home to Georgia's parents, it's also a charming little suburb with wide, flat streets and a top-notch public school. What more could Georgia ask for?
You'll be smiling, you'll be worrying. Here.
Baby
Well
blue.
done, Andrew.
Thank you
I
very much.
love the location.
Can I say, if I was looking for property in this area right now, around these sorts of figures, I'm telling you, I would buy this house. You are in massive trouble. Come with me.
I thought I heard him say he's going to buy it for us, Georgia.
I think not, John. But I really do mean it. This house is fantastic. It has 5 bedrooms, a media room, a huge living area and a pool. The average 4-bedroom house in this area costs just under $1 million, so it's definitely a step up from Corinda.
Here, look at this.
Wow.
This house is flipping magnificent.
This ticks all the marks for me. It's beautiful.
You know that folded arms says a lot about somebody's body language. You can relax and have a look around.
You can enjoy looking.
I'm reserving myself.
Go through there.
Okay.
This way.
Enjoy.
Thank you. There's a laundry, bathroom. Here's the main bedroom. Really good size.
It's what I would call a grown-up bedroom.
Yeah.
The grown-up bedroom leads to a grown-up ensuite, exactly what George has been daydreaming about.
Enormous
Beautiful.
bathroom. The walk-in wardrobe's off the side there as well.
This tile selection's gorgeous.
And being single-storey, all 5 of the bedrooms are on the same level. This place is luxury living at its best.
Oh, can you imagine yourself AFL Grand Final here?
I can see kids movie nights in here, kids on the bean bags. I can really see us using this room a lot.
There's not much to pick holes in this 1920s bungalow. I'm sure John will try.
Where's the rest of it, Andrew?
Ah, stop it. This is plenty of garden.
It's lovely.
Look, all joking apart, the yard space, I know what John's saying, it isn't huge because the property is huge, that's why.
Yeah, the fact that we can grow into this house, perfect.
Yeah.
The multiple living spaces, perfect. There's, 5 bedrooms, perfect.
In my opinion, this offers absolutely everything for your family. You could
Well,
use this
eventually when the
in all
kids
different
move out and we're super old and don't want to go up and down stairs and I need to, push you around.
Get a ramp here.
Just get a ramp.
So maybe I shouldn't be standing in the middle because you're both...
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Is John here? He's not crossing his arms now, so we're doing better.
We're heading in the right direction.
So far, so good. Even John's struggling to find fault here. The next hurdle, however, is the price.
Then we should address the dollar situation, which is possibly where I don't do so well. Any ideas?
1617?
I was hoping 1.4, but I don't think so. I think
No.
maybe closer to 1.6.
They're looking for around 1.7. Very good. Well done, John. Absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's pushing your budget, but a house like this gives you everything you need for the next couple of decades.
Lots of benefits, but big dollars.
Big dollars, yes. I don't disagree with that. I definitely think it would be stretching us.
So then you think, well, it's pretty good where we're at, and we don't have to plough any more dollars to get what we've already got. So that's what you'd have to convince me of, really.
My logical brain says I understand and completely agree, but my heart and my says, oh, but.
John is still thinking with his calculator, but Georgia knows this house is perfect for their family. One thing's for sure, Mr. Wataka better have his best feng shui at the ready to beat this house.
Georgia and John need more space for their growing family. So I'm giving them a whole new level in the hope that Georgia can see what's been right under her nose all this time.
If Georgia is not blown away by this, I tell you, there is no justice in the world.
I know, yeah, that's it. What's going to?
Those tiles, they look even better than I imagined they would. We have knocked it out of the park.
We've smashed this one.
It looks sensational.
I love it.
I'm hoping that by transforming the space under the house will mean Georgia's no longer over it.
Hi.
Hi.
Look at this.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible.
Last time we were here, we were just looking at stud walls.
Yeah.
Now you've got a blue front door and a hallway.
Yeah.
You will very soon have your own little slice of the Hamptons here in Brisbane.
That's gorgeous. It's really coming together. You're starting to get a real sense of space.
Look how high the ceilings are.
That is nice.
It has no sense of being in a basement.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I know it's...
That's the beauty of this. You had the perfect proportions to be able to do this type of renovation.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be so nice to just be able to tuck them way down here along with their mess.
You starting to love it?
Not even just a little bit, Georgia?
Oh, look, I definitely... It's hard not to love it, but we'll just have to wait until we see what else Andrew can show us.
If you guys decide to love this house, I'll put my hand up to be your lodger, OK? If you're interested. That's how much I love this house.
I'd love to have you as a flatmate.
As long as you got child caring services to boot, right?
Well, I can't promise that, but what I can say is this house is going to be a perfect fit for John and Georgia.
It's a really good-sized room, isn't it?
Enormous.
Yes, I love the wardrobes. I love built-ins. I love storage solutions.
I think Georgia is starting to see how a downstairs bedroom, rumpus, study and bathroom will change her life. And I know I've won her with the new master upstairs.
Wow, it's lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to change the whole layout of our room. It's going to be really nice.
After seeing 2 houses, John's really relaxing into the search.
I'm actually quite surprised I've been enjoying the house visits just to get some good ideas for our place in Corinda. Actually.
Have you? Is that the line you're going to use? As far as I'm concerned, to be honest, I've already found you a house.
Yeah, as I said, the budget is something that we probably need to
You keep talking about budgets. Interest rates are low. You don't want to be worrying about things like that.
Hopefully they won't worry about that, as I'm taking them to the rather posh suburb of Chelmer, which is most definitely up the train line from Corinda. This house is slightly off-brief, but I couldn't resist showing this unique villa with 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a fabulous entertaining area. I think it could be special enough to swing it. And with the average site visits per property more than 3 times the Queensland average, it's clear Chelmer is a charmer.
Here we are. How about this?
Oh, looks just like our place.
A little bit of grandeur now.
Oh, wow.
I'm really interested to see what you think of this place.
Oh, it's different, isn't it?
It's different to the last 2.
Very different.
Yeah, it is. So this is a full 2-storey. We're, of course, in Chelmer.
We are, yes. Yeah, the location's great. It really is spot on.
Yeah, it's definitely unique and different to what we've seen so far. Marble throughout.
Yeah, look, it is, as you say, different. And the garden thing, this house sort of kind of sits more in the middle of its block. So there is a front garden, which is all enclosed, then you've got the pool and then sort of terraces out the back. So for your kids, it's sort of the kind of garden you can run around rather than have one big space.
With its regal feel and bedrooms on the same level, I have high hopes for this house. Even Mr. Whitaker doesn't have this much glamour and charm.
Main bedroom. Oh, it's enormous.
Yeah, it's a great size. I love the carpet in the bedrooms. It's nice. Feels nice underfoot. Ooh, his and her closets. I like that.
Yep. Or hers and hers, whatever you want.
Good sized bathroom. Double sinks.
Yeah, it's great. It's good.
It's lovely.
Huge bath.
And downstairs is an entertainer's dream with flowing spaces and grown-up finishes.
It's very nice.
This is the centerpiece, isn't it?
Did I see a little sparkle then when you smiled? There definitely was one there. You like this?
Yeah, I think this is lovely.
Look, for me, this was a little bit of a risk, but it has a traditional style, even though it's a more modern home.
Oh, it's a completely different style to the other 2 that we've seen, so just trying to get your head around the functionality of it's a little bit different.
Well, let's have a look outside, because that was the only bit I wasn't sure about. To me, I think the garden space is sufficient for your family.
I would have liked a little bit of more grass area, but it actually works quite well.
There is obviously the elephant in the room that has to be discussed, which of course is price. Remembering we're in Chelmer and we're in the good bit.
I'd say 1.5.
Yeah, I think the postcode really pushes it up there. I'd say 1.8, 1.9.
The property was on the market only recently for price guide of 1.7 plus.
Right.
However, my real estate instinct says that if it hasn't sold at that, maybe the price might be a little bit less, mid-ones-ish. Which was why I included it, because let's be honest, let's look around at this magnificent home in this amazing street. Will Neil be able to compete with this?
Well, it's an unfair question, though, isn't it? Yeah, you got to work with what you've got, but I think Neil's going to do brilliantly with what we've got because it's quite a lot.
You must have very high expectations if you think, oh, Neil can swing it better than this one. Georgia knows that a move is the right decision for her family, but John, he thinks that Neil adding a few rooms underneath the house is going to solve the family's problems. Trust me, it won't.
John and Georgia were in a quandary. Their compact Queenslander was just too small.
You don't have a lot of your own space because you're basically a human climbing gym.
So, will they list it and move to one of the larger, more practical houses I've shown them?
Lots of benefits, but big dollars.
Or, after my transformation, will they love it and embrace their newfound space?
Look at the size of it. It's massive.
Well, Neil, I don't know what you've done to their property, but I have shown them some amazing homes, and my partner in crime team list it. Georgia is absolutely adamant she's moving.
Well, I know that I've made it the best it can possibly be. Just have I done enough?
You know what's holding me back?
What's that?
John and finances for a big move. To take them to the next step of housing in this quite pricey part of Brisbane is quite a big financial commitment. And that I think is preying on John's mind.
It's difficult, Andrew, isn't it? So I'm hoping that today there'll be a real epiphany.
Well, if there is an epiphany, I hope someone's there to clean it up.
I'm hoping Andrew's houses were as bad as his jokes. Because this house has really been transformed, and I think it's got the space and elegance John and Georgia are looking for.
Here they come. I'm actually excited today.
Me too.
Hello, you two.
Hello. The day has finally come.
And we're meeting not at the old staircase. We're meeting at this new entranceway that Neil's created for you.
This will be exciting.
Yeah, it already looks great from the outside.
None of it, of course, matches up to the 3 wonderful properties that we looked at. But anyway, enjoy your day. Off
Thank
you go.
you very much,
All
Andrew.
right, I'll leave you in peace.
See you later.
Wow,
Oh, wow, it's lovely.
incredible.
The color in here is fantastic. This all ties in really lovely. It really flows beautifully. It's a lovely, lovely, pretty room. Yeah, it's beautiful.
You've certainly delivered, Neil, because the transformation is incredible.
We've created a Hamptons-inspired haven under the house, with a new living/rumpus room, bathroom, bedroom and study. With fresh light walls and elegant blue accents, they now have a sophisticated sanctuary.
Feels like a grown-up space, a grown-up house. Looks like it was designed in one piece versus piecemeal, and I think it looks gorgeous.
Well, it was designed for you. It was designed for you guys and your family.
And this is just the start.
Well, I'm going to show you more. Come right this way.
How good's that?
So this is your new guest bedroom.
Oh, it's huge.
It's gorgeous. It's an absolutely beautiful space. I would be happy to be a guest in this room.
Remember, I did say that I wanted to be your first guest. Do you remember?
Yes,
No,
I
we
think you're a
remember.
flatmate. We're happy for you to move in.
Georgia, you are loving it, aren't you? Go on, admit it. You're loving it.
It's very hard not to love a house that has been designed with you and your family in mind.
Well, at the risk of sounding like Andrew, you've now got a 5-bedroomed house.
No, that's pretty awesome.
These old Queenslanders really are the houses that just keep on giving.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's an absolutely beautiful space.
Well, the bathroom tiles, they're just out of this world. I just want to touch this sort of sink as well. It's so textural. It's great. It's so well put together.
This is really a really beautiful space.
Upstairs, the best is yet to come for Georgia, her master suite.
Wow. It's a grown-up's bedroom. It feels really lovely. It's stunning. It's a space that you would want to come and spend time in. It's beautiful, and I'm very excited about it.
In the ensuite, the double sinks contrast with sleek white vanity tops and mismatched grey-toned tiles. The warm wood in the walk-in robe houses 5 hanging rails. You don't get much more grown-up than that.
And I think it also demonstrates the versatility of the space that you had. Downstairs is a whole other thing. I mean, downstairs we managed to create a whole new layer to the house. But even up here, we have cleverly reconfigured the space that you already had.
And if there was anything that was going to sway Georgia to Team Love It, this was going to be the thing.
So the design solution was always here, right under our noses. This is the master bedroom that you always wanted. I don't know what houses Andrew's shown you, I don't know what tricks he's had up his sleeve, but I feel as though I've really given you the best possible version of your house. I mean, I believe that this now functions for you as a family, but I guess it's time for you to go and have another chat with Andrew. I'll see you both later.
The master suite is the jewel in the crown of this now majestic Queenslander. Hopefully, Andrew won't persuade Georgia to give up her throne.
Ah, there you are. Now, this is normally the point that I beg. But I'm not going to beg because the house is glorious. But I just think you should move to the forever home pretty soon. Let's, of course, not forget the 3 properties that we looked at to try and tempt you to Team List It. The first one was in Indooroopilly. But then, of course, we went to the second property in Graceville, which, of course, was that.
Yes, that house makes me smile.
Yes, and do you know what makes me smile? Makes John sweat, but makes me smile. It's still for sale. I've got to acknowledge that Neil has done an amazing job. He's doubled the size of the house, doubled the footprint. You've got 4 or 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. So pre-renovation value was $830. And the estimate now is sitting between 1 and 1.1 million. You've added real value here.
It's really great news.
I'm happy with that. We can sit on it.
So do I now have to beg?
I'd like to see that.
Listen, if you want to, I will. Oh, I'm not proud.
John and Georgia spent $180,000 on renovations, but the value of their property has gone up by around $270,000. Not something to sniff at.
So what do you think? It's pretty nice, yeah?
Yeah, look, they've done a wonderful job, Neil and his team. It's a really, really pretty home. I just think we still have to be a bit practical and realistic about what we want for the next years with our family.
Good added value, and we don't have to move.
Great added value, and we could still sell.
Lots of laughing.
Both of them.
Very relaxed. And that means? Who knows?
Oh.
Andrew has showed us some really beautiful homes that would really cater for the next 10, 20 years for us.
It's a bit close, Neil.
Looking at those houses, 2 out of the 3 was a winner. Definitely opened my eyes, but seeing this now really gives me food for thought.
I really can't tell.
For me, it's like the corporate board meeting out there. Who's got the casting vote? Have you been begging?
No, I don't beg.
Don't you? I usually do, but I didn't this time. Hello.
Hanging on tender hooks there.
Oh, yes.
Quite a nervous low.
John and Georgia, I've transformed your dysfunctional, single-level Queenslander into a double-storey, Hampton-style, family-friendly home with 5 bedrooms
Indeed.
and 3.5 bathrooms. So I'm just keeping my fingers very tightly crossed that this is going to be your forever home.
And I showed you, of course, 3 fantastic forever homes. Selected just for you, that I felt would work perfectly to see your family through the next couple of decades. And all I can say to that is that I reckon one of those new homes should be enough to tempt you to join Team List It. So on that note, the big question is, Neil,
Are you going to love it?
or are you going to list it?
We are going to list it.
Oh, yes.
Can I tell you, I have had a ball renovating this home.
Good.
So, you know,
It's
I'm a
gorgeous.
winner too.
Good. We like to hear.
Not a winner, is he? I'm the winner. Well done, guys. I'm very, very pleased for you.
It's a beautiful home. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous home, and it's very hard not to love it, especially because it was designed with us in mind. So thank you, Neil. Andrew showed us one home that had a lot of space on one floor. I got this idea in my head about all of our kids gathering with all of their friends, and it was just that sort of communal, sort of that kind of house that your kids gravitate towards and bring all their friends to. And
A forever family home.
it really was, and I think both of us sort of saw that lifestyle as what we want long term.
How are you with this, John?
Happy wife, happy life. Is that the saying? Is that-
Look, I didn't know what to prepare for this multicultural household. We have got pancakes. We have the lamington.
We like lamingtons.
And representing the Philippines, hello, hello. Andrew, what would you like?
Well, I'm an Australian citizen, so I should have a bit of lammo. Do you want your spoon back?
Yum.